good evening, good afternoon, wherever the world you might happen to be. My name is Ghosto. Okay, how is everybody doing tonight? We are, I want to say day two, but technically it's not day two. I had to take a couple days off, but we are back at it and we'll keep going at it. The whole reason of doing this is to raise money for a new wire harness for the car. It's the last thing that technically I could think of to get the car running so we can get back to work, or at least get Colleen back to work. The goal is 125. I've got $10 so far, so 115 more, and we can order the part. And that is the fax jack. My side's hurting me. I have no idea why. So if anybody wants to help in, chip in, it would be greatly appreciated. Uh, I have my phone right next to me. It'll let me know if any donations come in, and we'll just keep track of it. And once we get it, I could pretty much be the last fundraiser that I could think of, because then it's just getting the wire harness swapped out, and pray to God the car starts. Winter's coming, and it's coming fast, so please share this out, get the word out, what I'm trying to do. I pray to the big guy upstairs that the word does get out and people can help. It's the last part that all the researching and studying I've done is the only thing I could think of that hasn't been changed in the car as far as electrical. Got a new ECM, got a new fuse box, got a new ignition switch. Battery's good. We got power to the fuse box. It just doesn't go from there. No accessories, no windows, power windows, no windshield wipers, no lights, no horn, no dome lights. But we do got power going to the starter and to the alternator. So power is going to it, it's just not going through. And the only thing I could think of last to try to change is the wire harness. And that son of a gun is not cheap. I even went on eBay to see if there's something cheaper. There are wire harnesses, but there's nothing that looks like the one I need. The one I need is on my thumbnail. We get that change out, attach all the points, and there will be no excuse for, a negative or wire broken or burnt out or simply missing. So that's what I'm praying for and I'm hoping for, and hope I can raise this money fast. I would like to, it is so hard to raise money anymore for anything. But I've got to try it. That's all I got to do. 'Cause like I said, the wire harness is the last thing I could think of. We've done everything else. We've simply done everything else. Checked fuses and everything. This is the last deal. Hey, Jan. Hugs and kisses to you too. Yeah, I'm just trying to continue trying to raise money. Like I said, it's the last thing I could think of that could be changed. Because once you change the wire harness, that basically takes care of everything. So cross our fingers, cross our toes, cross our nose hairs, whatever it takes. Just got to raise these funds. Because like I said, after that, there is nothing else. There simply isn't anything else. Well, there is one thing: get a new car. But that ain't gonna happen for a very long time. Because you need a car to go to work. I wish it was as simple as the power not getting to the fuse box. I mean, I think that would be easy to track down. But when you got power going to the fuse box but not going through it, that's the mind boggle. That's the what the fuck. So I don't know what else to do except get this new wire harness. I'm lucky I found one for 109 period. Otherwise, every time I try to find one to fit my car, because it's not an automatic, mine's a manual, so it's a different wire harness. I've seen it all the way up to $300 for one. The average is like $200. So I want to kind of hold on to this $109 one and try to get it as soon as possible. Like I said, all I can do is hope and pray that somebody's out there that can help out. Someone's $5, $10, $20. It would be absolutely amazing. Because the days of somebody actually dropping $100 or more in one shot, it's quite honestly, I'm not holding my breath. Nobody out there can do that anymore. But like I said, 5, 10, $20 will most definitely help and go to the pot. Thanks to Eddie and Jen, we got $10 to start, so 115 more is what we're looking for. $115 more. And I really hope I can raise it before the snow falls in. Because that'd be a bitch to work on the car when it's cold out there. Even if it's in the garage, it'll still be cold. So yeah, the 14th I got a doctor's appointment. So we're gonna get going, keep going with that. Make sure everything's okay. Well, I know everything's not okay. No, because we can't find anybody to get the cans out of there. I mean, if a push comes to shove, we're just gonna stick the cans uh, in the back of the garage, outside of the backside, so nobody can see it unless you walk through our backyard. It won't take much. It's just a whole lot of bags, and then it's just literally pushing the car into the garage. It'll take about a day to do it, but the car will be in the garage before the snow falls. I know that. We will get it in there. But yeah, we got a shitload of cans, bags of cans in the garage. We just got no way to get it to the recycle and get some money that way. None of our neighbors have trailers. It would cost us about $50 to run a U-Haul, and we don't have $50 to run a U-Haul. I mean, if we did, shit, yeah, we'd get a U-Haul in a heartbeat. He's doing better. He just got back from Texas, actually. He was in Texas because his grandmother passed, so he had to go to Texas for the funeral. I haven't talked to him in about almost 3 weeks now. I don't get outside anymore. I can't get outside. I mean, I have a tough time just going up and down the stairs. So I can't even get out to go to my neighbors and say hi and shit like that. Yeah, I'm in really really rough shape. I know his wife Jamie has been working her ass off, uh, and going to school to be something in the medical field. I'm not exactly sure what it is that she's studying for, but it has something to do with the medical field. So she's been busy as all get out. I know they're really tight right now because they had to fix their front steps. Uh, it was falling apart, and I guess a post lady uh, was walking on it, and one of the stones flipped up, and she fell and twisted her ankle. And the city uh, fined him, fined him twice. The first time was $500 to get it fixed, and he couldn't find somebody to fix it right away. So the city turned around and charged him another $750 to get it fixed. I know it costed him close to $2,000 uh, just to get the steps fixed. And then it was $3,500 for the funeral because he had to pay for everything for the funeral. So yeah, they're really really tight on their funds right now. What the hell? That was weird. My exhaust fan almost shut off. But yeah, please share this out. The more people we can get in, maybe we can raise the funds faster. But yeah, we need to get that wire harness. It's literally the last thing that I literally can think of to change out the heads. It's not anything to do with the electrical system. I mean, it makes common sense. It really does. Oh, God. It's the only logical solution, last solution to fixing that car. So, like I said, I got my phone right here. Anything that anybody donates, it helps out. It will show up here. Man, I hope somebody does. I hope some people do. I really want to get this part bad. Like I said, it's the last thing that I could think of, honestly. It's a good car. It really is. It's still got a couple years left in it, for sure, if not more. Just like I said, we ain't getting a new car anytime soon. That's for damn sure. Oh. So how you guys doing out there? How's the world treating you? Praise the Lord, give God the glory, glory. Praise the Lord, give God the glory, glory. Praise the Lord, give God the glory. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we've got a lot of issues going on here too. You know, we got food money. We just don't have money for other stuff. But I'm not worried about that right now. Colleen and I both agreed we need to get that wire harness. You know, somewhere along the line we'll find soap money and stuff like that. I'm hoping to get shit fixed quickly because I need clothes. None of my clothes fit me anymore. None of them. There isn't a single pants. Hell, even my underwear don't fit me anymore. They fall right off. I've lost so much weight. I don't know. I'd kill for a brand new pair of jeans. What I wouldn't do for a brand new pair of jeans right now, or at least pants that fit. One of these days, I'm gonna have to measure my waist and see what size I am. I know when I lost my job, my waist was around 50, 52 inches. I was a big boy. I guarantee you I ain't that now. I am definitely not that now. Lord knows that ain't happening no more. Got 3 legs and only 2 people in here. Man, please share this out. Yeah, but that thumbnail picture, that is what I'm trying to raise money for. It's the engine compartment wire harness. It isn't like the old days where it's all one wiring. Now they're in sections, and that's the engine uh, wiring harness. Yep. Life sucks right now, I'll tell you that. It really, really does. I'm here. I'm just looking for something right now. Waiting to hear if my phone will go cha-ching. I really do wish Jerry was still around. I hope he's still alive. I really do. I hope he's okay. You know, even not to donate, I just want to know if he's okay. Have him come on, let me know he's okay. I'd be extremely happy about that. I know a couple people will. I know Eddie and Jen would be happy because we're we are worried about him, and we are concerned. Because the last time I've actually heard from him, he sent a cryptic message, and it is worrisome. You know, don't know if he had a health issue or if he was going through a health issue or what. It was just a really, really weird cryptic message. I've reached out to him multiple times and never heard anything back from him. Not even a peep. I mean, it would have been nice even to hear him say, you know, I'm done or I can't do any more. You know, I'd be happy with that. I just want to hear from him. I just want to know if he's okay. I worry about my friends and family, even new people. You know, it's not all about the money. It is about friends and making sure people are good, doing good health-wise and stuff like that. You know, me, I know I'm getting up there in age. I still say I'm young, but, you know, I only can fool myself for so long. Gotta fess up to the fact that, yeah, I am getting up there. And as far as my health, I'm not really doing that good. You know, I'm not 100%. Not 100%. I am still alive, you know. So let's see what you guys been saying. Really? Why? Did they tell you why? Usually they'll let you know why. And right now, I thought Washington, the federal thing was shut down, so I'm surprised that they even talked to you, to be honest. I figured they'd be closed or something. Somebody out there. Anybody out there? Anybody care? Try to help a family get some new car parts. Get this new car part and see if we get the car running. It's almost been a year. January will be 1 year. I really don't want that car sitting there for another 3 years. I'm waiting for SSI, get approved with that. I'd be happy about that. If I get approved with SI, I could get the car part within the first payment. But yeah, seriously, if I am blessed enough to get these funds, I'd be so happy. I'd be so freaking happy. Like I said, I'd really like to get the harness before the cold sets in. Sorry, I'm taking care of business real quick. I will be back there. You'll see me in a minute. Oh, man. Come on. I'm trying to use my pillows to hold my camera up, my iPad up. But it keeps moving on me. Gotta use my phone to read what you guys say. But yeah, please do get the word out. Share this out. Doing a last part for the car fundraiser. It's literally the last part that has anything to do with the electrical system. And that's the issue we're having is the electrical system. Something in the electrical system. And like I said, we got power going to the fuse box. We just don't have it going through the fuse box, which means we have no accessories, no dome lights, no lights, no turn signals, nothing, no horn. So there's definitely a wiring issue somewhere. But like I said, I'm so blind. It's just a black hole to me. And I wouldn't even know how to go looking for a broken wire or anything like that. I don't have all the tools. I mean, I've got a lot of tools, but nothing for wiring. The tools I got is for mechanical work, like, changing out a transmission and stuff like that, or working on the engine itself. But when it comes to wiring, no. I mean, I got a multimeter, but I wouldn't know how to use it to find wires. And I wouldn't even know where to start. So like I said, if I could raise this $125, get a new wiring harness, take the old one out, put the new one in, there will be no other electrical issue. There is no possible other electrical issue because we replaced the brain, the ECM, we replaced the fuse box, we replaced the ignition switch. All that has to do with the electrical system. There were good ideas and stuff like that, but I personally think we just wasted money on that. So literally the last things is a wiring harness. And that way we get the new one in, and there's no excuse for a broken wire, missing wire, a corroded wire. There will be literally, like I said, no excuses. Because even if the starter was bad, we'd still have accessory power. Even if the alternator was bad, we still have accessory power. That's after the fact. We just got no accessories. It's not powering up the accessories at all. And we've gone through the fuses, we've gone through the relays. They're all good. They're all working. They're good. So it isn't any of those. It ain't the connectors for the fuse box. So like I said, we put a new fuse box in. And I know the power's going through the fuse box because I've tested that. So it's definitely, that works. So it absolutely, 99.8%, it is the wiring harness. Something in the wiring harness. One of those wires is not let the electricity go through. So like I said, the days of somebody having $100 just to drop on us, I honestly don't believe anybody's going to be able to do that or would do that anymore. But, if you can help out with 5, 10, small donations, they add up. It adds up. So, like I said, anything you can help out, 5, 10, $20. I got a wire harness pool that I'm saving for. I've already got $10 in it. We just need 115 more and get the wiring harness. My PayPal's up there. My Cash App is up there. They do work. All you have to do is just click on them, and see if we can meet our goal. I've said I'll keep trying as often as I can because, like I said, I don't feel that good anymore. I'm just so weak, health-wise. Oh my gosh. How many people we got in here? Still two? I wish this was the old days where 100 people showed up. I personally haven't been doing anything, literally. Just been laying in bed, watching TikToks, going through TikTok. My bestie, Miss Fallen Angel, sent me a link to a game where it does pay cash. It does pay you. But because I'm so blind and I have no idea what I'm doing, I can't get that thing to work. It does pay out though, because I know she said well, I know that because I got a couple bucks from her a few days ago, and it came from that game. That's where her money came from, was from that game. So it does pay out, and she wouldn't play it if it didn't pay out. But like I said, it's just so confusing. Like, I mean, right from the get go, I've already saved $10, and I was going to try to cash it out, but I guess you got to have a minimum of $20 to cash out. We're gonna one. What it is you test games, play games, apps. You could do questionnaires, surveys, and stuff like that. They pay you uh, so much. Like this one game that uh, one app that I loaded up. You got to meet quotas and certain goals. And as soon as you, like the one I got, as soon as I meet the quota there, it'll allegedly pay me $25. So, but like I said, it's so confusing. I don't know what the goal is that they want. And trying to find out what the goal was is to me it's nearly impossible because like I said, I can barely see and read what it is that they want. And the app that I play, everything's in writing and it's small writing and I can't blow it up so I can't see what the hell it's trying to tell me to do. So there is a online gaming that does actually pay. Like I said, Fallen Angel's got the link. She has her pay go straight to her PayPal. Now I know there is another game out there. I think I can remember the name of it. I played it a long time ago. That does pay out because I've gotten paid through it. Matter of fact, FaZe Rug used to advertise for them and other stuff. And there's multiple games you can play, and you do make money. You absolutely can make money on that. You just got to be good at the game you're playing, and it does pay out right away. And there is no minimum on that one. If we're left of me, I can't think of the name of that game. But yeah, that one absolutely does pay out. 'Cause like I said, I've made money on that game. The only problem I had with that game is if you lose enough and you don't have the funds to play a game because it costs like depending on the game anywhere from like 25 cents to a dollar 50, and you could always bet more if you have the funds available. But once you run out of your funds, there's only two things you could do. One, log on every day and make about 2 or 3 cents, 5 cents or like that, for bonus and logging on, or put money into the game, you know, and I won't do that because the whole idea is to make money. If I had extra money to spare, I wouldn't be playing the game in the first place. But yeah, we definitely need to try to raise this. Well, not try, but we got to raise this money. And like I said, I want to raise it before this cold sets in because my fingers are already freezing, and it's only the 60s, and like right now, my fingertips are absolutely crazy. But then again, I've got very bad circulation in my fingertips. They're all numb. Makes it hard to pick stuff up and feel things. Oh, I wish somebody out there would help donate. And if it does sound like a beg a little bit, I guess I am because I really want to get this part. It's the last part, plausible part that I could possibly get. So I apologize if it sounds like I'm begging. I just want this part so bad. God, I want this part. It's all I think about the last couple of weeks. I get approved for SSI. The very first payment, I could afford it myself. who's going to make my phone go off? Who's going to be the first person? Like I said, I have it right here. It does let me know when people donate. Somebody said something. All right. Who said something? Okay. 105 more to go. Just got donated $10. Thank you very much. I never did get an answer. I asked last time, Eddie and Jed, did you guys ever get your new radiator? Did you get that fixed? Well, I definitely know. Trust me. One thing I do know I am not, we are not the only ones. So you don't have to, definitely don't have to tell me that. That's why I said, it's harder and harder to get donations anymore because so many other people are in bad situations. And yeah, technically the economy's doing better, but nobody's getting paid. There is no pay raise or anything else. And even if the economy is getting a little better, food prices, things are still going up. Prices are still going up. But the problem is, pay isn't going up, and that's the biggest issue. You know, Taxes are still there. It just unless that gets fixed or remedied or readjusted, it don't matter if the economy's getting better or not. We simply can't afford it. The new economy. saw a TikTok a while ago. Oh, hey, we're supposed to get like $2,900. Every American is supposed to get $2,900. I was talking to Colleen about that, and I'm like, I'm not holding my breath. You know, she has to say, believe it when I see it. And it isn't just for people who pay taxes or anything else. It's supposed to go to every single American. 2,900 is some change, but you know, well, like I said, you know, I believe it when I see it. But yeah, I fully do understand. My family isn't the only family in desperate need, you know, of things. You know, just like right now, I know for a fact Eddie and Jen need help uh, raising money for their new radiator, and I have no idea how much the radiator is. And I know they don't talk about it. All they say is, "Yeah, we're broke too." I've watched their lives, but it kind of help out if you actually let people know how much it is that you actually need for a new radiator. Do you have one found? Do you have one waiting for you? I mean, there's no details. All I know is you need a new radiator. I mean, there's a way to get that information out without it sounding like you're asking. You know, you could talk about, you know, it's easy to say, yeah, I need a radiator. It's gonna cost us so much amount and stuff like that. And not once do you have to say, oh, I'm looking for help or anything like that. See, that doesn't work for me though, because I can sit here and I've done it before. I can talk about something I need money for and never ask for help or donations, and it don't work at all. But then again, I only get like two or three people that actually show up to my lives anymore, and just a handful of people actually care enough to try to help out when they can. You know, like you, Eddie and Jen. It ain't like the old days. Half the people, even if a tenth of the people that I have, I've got like 1.1 thousand people, 1.2 thousand people, subscribers. If I could just get a tenth of them to show up to my lives, I think fundraisers would be so much easier, so much faster. Like I said, 125 is the goal. We only need 105 more. We get that new wire harness, and then cross everything you could cross, that the car will start up and fire. Well, I know the car will fire up. We just got to get juice to everything. I'm not worried about the engine turning over. I'm very confident on that. It's a hardy little engine. I mean, it's a small 2.2 liter, but it's like an old Timex. Takes a licking, but it keeps on ticking. everything's done with the car, everything's put in it. Just can't get the accessories to turn on. But if we get those accessories to turn on, that means uh, it's getting power through everything, and it will fire up. It absolutely will fire up. I keep saying it over and over again, and I probably will for a while. It is getting power to the fuse box. It's just not going through the fuse box. It goes into one side, but it doesn't go out the other side. And that's the issue. And I'm not car savvy, car electrical system savvy to understand what could be causing it, what the block is. Why is it going through? Why isn't it going through? Why won't it go through the fuse box? Why won't the accessories light up, even though there's power going to it? That's the questions I have. Those are the answers I need. What is stopping it? Why won't the power go through? Questions I don't know, and questions I probably will never know. Oh man, I gotta sit up. I gotta shit my butt up. Ring around the rosy. Got 4 people in here? I guess that's better than none. Oh, shit. Man, I hate doing lives. Well, I don't hate doing lives. I just wish I had the energy to do log ones. What time is it? I don't even know. I can't even see it. Oh shit, it's almost 8:30. Everybody's probably in bed. relaxing. Who's that cute kitty? Oh, Miss Skinner. How you doing, Miss Skinner? I'm getting hungry. I'm also, I don't know why, really tired all of a sudden. Like something drained all the energy out of me. Hey, cute kitty. How you doing, girl? Well, yeah, $105 more to go and get that new harness. And then pray to God we get the car ready because I really don't want Sage walking in that freezing temperature and the snow and stuff like that. And it isn't just like around the block, it's 4 miles away. I know I don't expect people to drop big amounts of money or anything like that, but you know, 5, 10, 20 bucks, it adds up. It adds up. Go to the pool and whatnot. So, like I said, if you can help out, it would so greatly be appreciated. It's the last part that I technically and honestly, 99.8% positive is what's going on. You know, where exactly the wire, what wire, I don't know. I really don't know. And I just don't have the tools, nor can I see well enough to figure out if it is just one wire, which probably it is. So the wire could be pitched off somewhere. I don't know. I can't see it. You know, my vision is practically gone. I mean, right now it is almost a complete fog. But like I said, I do have my phone right here. As soon as something comes in, I'll let you guys know. You know, even after I go offline, doesn't mean I'm not still looking. It's just I went offline. You know, I don't. My pay links are in my bio. I know that. My PayPal's up there, and I do believe my Cash App and Venmo is even in my bio. You know, so you could share this out even after I'm done with the live. Trust me, once I get to 125, I'll let everybody know. I will. I always do. I always let people know, hey, we don't need it no more. You know, we met our goal. This is just one goal that I'm trying to meet right now. We're 105 away. So it's what it is. you beautiful people. I'm going to get off for a while. I just not feeling good. So until then, you all stay safe, stay blessed, keep it between the lines.